The 2006 NBA season is upon us, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the 40-Year Sim. I am Nutty Sports Gamer. We got a good one for you today. We're going to be checking out all 30 teams in the NBA, taking a glimpse of each team, some with familiar faces, some with major roster changes, some with rookies that are looking to make a name for themselves in the NBA. A lot of exciting stuff to see. Let's start off with the Magic and the Knicks. The Magic, they got Marbury, they got Grant Hill, they have, who else? I'm blanking already. Steven Jackson, there you go. Nene, PJ Brown. The Knicks have Kirk Heinrich, Quentin Richardson, Richard Jefferson, Miles Swift, and Eddie Curry. We are early in the first, and we have Miles Swift making a basket for the Knicks. Let's make it 4-0. Stephon Marbury driving to the hoop, missing PJ Brown with the putback dunk. That's one of the many things he can do very well, and he on display for us to see. Richard Jefferson with a corner three for New York. Steven Jackson to Grant Hill. He can knock down threes too. Q Rich to RJ to Heinrich maneuver, making the basket. 9-5. Quentin Richardson to Eddie Curry. There's a block shot. Magic on the fast break. Steven Jackson with the basket. 9-7 early on. Just getting a feel for both teams as the season begins. I think that was Quentin Richardson with the basket there. Here's Q Rich seeing the ball again. Passing to Miles Swift. Now to Heinrich with a nice pat to the basket. Gotta love that play. Check out the replay of Kirk Heinrich moving off ball. He's becoming a nice point guard for the Knicks, which is pretty cool to see him grow and develop with the team. We got a basket there for Orlando. Let's see if this game remains competitive. See, this is why I capture the first quarter, because sometimes the games get out of hand and then it's not worth watching. Yeah, like this. 109-89 the final score. 40 points for Marbury. But yeah, I mean, in case it's not clear, you know, I want to make sure that we are guaranteed to see every single team. So that's why a lot of times I capture the first quarter, because it's also like it otherwise it would take me forever to make sure that we got footage for all 30 teams and with competitive games at the end of the fourth quarter. You know what I mean? We're just feeling it out. We're feeling out the season. Raptors, Mike Bibby, Tina Mobley, Mashburn, Boozer, Pau Gasol. The Timberwolves, Eric Dampier, Jermaine O'Neal, Desmond Mason, Ron Artest, and Eric Snow. Got a basket already for the Wolves. Both these teams kind of running it back, but we'll see for how much longer, because the Raptors made the playoffs last season, which was good. You see Bibby making a shot there. The Wolves, you know, I don't think they made the playoffs last year without Marbury. Here's Jermaine O'Neal making a basket. So they gotta bounce back. Pau Gasol making a basket. Can the Raptors build on their successful season last year? We're gonna have to find out. Here's almost a steal, but Eric Dampier with the ball dunks it. 6-4. 10 minutes up to go in the game. Jamal Mashburn can't make that three. Mashburn is getting up there in age, that's for sure. As we see a three-pointer in the corner pocket for Ron Artest. Another miss by Mashburn, and Jermaine O'Neal with the rebound. 11-4 is the score. Eric Snow to Dampier to Ron Artest. Jermaine O'Neal making the basket. 13-4. And let's see if this game is close in the fourth quarter. So far, pretty close. Not the most scoring. Pretty low scoring, too. Although that's pretty typical for this era of basketball. I don't think we're going to be looking at this game anymore. 95-83 final score. Let's move on. Blazers, the defending champions, the Blazers facing a much different Clippers team. This Clippers team has had a lot of changes over the offseason. Penny Hardaway is gone. If you saw the last episode, you know where he went, and it's very exciting. Chris Webber is gone. So what do they got instead? They got Sam Cassell, they got Christian Laettner, Eaton Thomas, Peja Stojakovic, Larry Hughes, Trailblazers, David Stoudemire, Rip Hamilton, Abdur-Rahim, Rasheed Wallace, and Birdman, Chris Anderson. Rasheed Wallace to Anderson to Abdur-Rahim making the shot to start things off for the Blazers. Sam Cassell making a basket for Los Angeles. We're at the Staples Center. Laettner up there in age, passing it to Cassell for a three-pointer there. So Sam Cassell looking kind of nice so far. Rasheed Wallace with a basket for Portland. How about Abdur-Rahim with a three? Can't make it. Birdman to Rip Hamilton. And now he's going to pass it to Abdur-Rahim in the post. Makes that shot over Sam Cassell. The Clippers also signed Devin Harris, who's currently on the bench. He comes off the bench for the Clippers. But the hope is he's going to be the point guard of the future for them. Meanwhile, Peja Stojakovic making a basket. Peja Stojakovic, is he going to stay a Clipper for very long? We'll find out in a couple episodes. Or over the course of the season, I guess I should say. But him and Larry Hughes. Larry Hughes is a free agent after the season. Stojakovic has a couple more years left. A lot of trade value, though, as Eaton Thomas makes that basket. So the Clippers could end up with a lot of assets if they decide to move Stojakovic and Larry Hughes this season. But maybe they wait till the offseason. Who knows? You see a basket there by Rip Hamilton. 10-9 is the score. Abdur-Rahim making a basket there. We briefly saw Devin Harris guarding Rip Hamilton. And the final score is 118-79. 27 for Rip Hamilton, 27 for Rasheed Wallace. Yeesh. All right. Phoenix Suns, Chicago Bulls. Checking out the starting fives for both teams. You got Tony Parker, Michael Finley, Rashard Lewis, Chris Bosh, and Dwight Howard for the Suns. And on the Bulls, you got Jay Williams, Jason Richardson, Shane Battier, Zach Randolph, and Lorenzen Wright. The Suns got a bit of a Twin Towers situation going on with Bosh and Dwight Howard. They missed the playoffs last year. Can they improve upon their season last season? We'll find out soon. Got a three-pointer there for the Bulls. Start things off. Dwight Howard with a basket. Be fun to see Dwight Howard continue to become more of a dominant center as he gets older. You see Jay Williams with some nice moves there, making the basket over Tony Parker. Now we have Jay Williams yet again, passing it to Zebo, who misses the shot. Rebound Bosh. Tony Parker with the layup falling down. And yeah, as far as I'm concerned, Bosh and Dwight Howard, we're going to really see if this thing works. We're going to see if we can make this work. I think it can. There's a basket there by Zebo. Michael Finley now driving, passing it to Chris Bosh for the dunk. 8-7. Jason Richardson with a dunk right there. 10-7. 7 minutes up to go in the first quarter. Zebo in the post. Missing the shot. Lorenzen Wright makes it right by making that basket. Here is a missed shot for the Suns. Dwight Howard with a putback. 12-9. Yeah, I feel like between Bosh and Dwight Howard, they should be cleaning the boards, right? Getting the rebounds, making the baskets in the paint. Two guys who can do a lot of damage from inside, and also Chris Bosh has a bit of an outside game too. So I'm really excited to see how they're going to work together. And Tony Parker facilitating, I think it'd be really exciting as well. Milwaukee Bucks, Indiana Pacers. Penny Hardaway is back. He is back in Milwaukee. He has been gone for several years. He took the Clippers to a championship. Couldn't, win the whole thing with Los Angeles. But he decided to join the Bucks. We have Manu Ginobili, Luol Deng, Dirk Nowitzki, and Tyson Chandler. This is a loaded roster. Luol Deng dunking the ball. And you know, everyone else on the Bucks, including Penny, I guess you could say, drafted. Manu Ginobili making a three-pointer. So they did such a good job drafting. They had the ability with being able to trade Jason Terry and a couple of draft picks to, and I think Jamal Crawford too, to the Clippers in exchange for Penny Hardaway, who was going to be a free agent after this season. So didn't really see much of this game, but it's going to be exciting. We're going to be seeing a lot more Bucks in the next episode, 136, 102. You can see that's the trade. Churchwell and Penny Hardaway to the Bucks with Jason Terry and Jamal Crawford. The Wizards, meanwhile, traded for Jerry Stackhouse. A couple first-round picks were involved. They traded They traded Christian Laettner, who they had for a brief period of time, and they traded for Reggie Evans in exchange for Al Harrington, and some second rounders were exchanged in that Magic Wizards trade. Yeah. Cavaliers, meanwhile, that's the same trade as we just saw. Clippers. Anything else happened? Jason Terry went to the Heat. The Clippers got some first-round picks, and they got Devin Harris. So yeah, I think the Clippers made out pretty well, but we will see over time if this ends up working out for the Clippers. But Chris Webber left in free agency, and with Webber leaving, Penny wanted to leave as well. So that was the best offer. And Penny wanted to go back to Milwaukee. He wanted to go back to Milwaukee, so that was the deal. The Lakers, meanwhile, what's the latest trade? I'm like losing it. So they traded away Antoine Walker. Meanwhile, the Mavericks traded for Kurt Thomas in exchange for a bunch of guys. The Pacers traded for Michael Redd. They traded away Udonis Haslem. Maybe this is not the best way to show you the trades, but the Lakers made some changes. The Mavericks made some changes. The Pacers are in a bit of a rebuild. So, but they got Michael Redd. The hope is that Michael Redd could be a big time scorer for them. Wally Zerbiak and Francisco Garcia to the Spurs. Anything else? This is we saw that trade already. Jason Williams got traded to the Hornets for a first-round pick, and that allowed the Heat to get some cap space to sign Chris Webber. So, that's pretty much it. Ricky Davis went to the Bobcats. That's pretty much the transactions over the offseason. Let's check out Lakers, Supersonics. So we'll be checking out the Lakers first time with who they have out? They got Bruce Bowen. They got Shaq still. One more year at least with Kobe and Shaq. I know there's some people out there who are clamoring for them to break up. It'll happen. It will most likely happen. I don't want to say for certain, but it will. Don't worry. All right, I got this under control. I think it's gonna be this season's gonna be pretty damn fun. All right, let's just leave it at that. Shaq with the basket there for Los Angeles. 2-2 tie. Jameer Nelson driving to the hoop, passing to Okur. 4-2 now is the score. Kobe Bryant guarded by Bonzi Wells. Can't make the basket there. Tries again and is successful. 6-4 now is the score. Udonis Haslem, first time as a Laker. He was on the Pacers previously and the Suns. I wanted to maximize this team as we see Udonis Haslem getting out of the. I wanted to give Kobe and Shaq one more honest chance with an improved roster as we see a reverse jam for Shaq, because the way things ended last season was pretty sad. As we see a three-pointer there for the Sonics. So I wanted to see if the Lakers could do something this season with Kittles making a three there. Do something with Shaq and Kobe, I mean. So we'll see. And if it doesn't work out this season, then I think it's definitely time to break up Kobe and Shaq. But there is also a part of me that I'm hoping we can get Bucks, Lakers, Penny versus Shaq showdown in the finals. That would be a lot of fun. That is what I'm hoping for. Hoping that will happen. We'll find out if it does happen. in several episodes from now. Kenny Anderson missing that shot means that this game is over. 101-95 is the final score, 29 points for Kobe Bryant. 76ers, Charlotte Bobcats. The Bobcats, they got Deron Williams, who they drafted in the offseason. Antonio Davis is still there. Who else they have? The Friends, Gerald Wallace, Ricky Davis. Sixers have Nick Van Exel, Eddie Jones, Glenn Robinson, David West, Marcus Camby. Let's check out the Bobcats. We got a 3 there by, was that Ricky Davis? Yes. And then we got Eddie Jones with the basket for Philadelphia. Big Dog Robinson to Camby for the dunk. This is the first season for the Sixers without Sean Kemp. He was there the last 2 seasons. And they're hoping that David West can fill the role that Sean Kemp left behind. We'll see if that ends up working out for them. 6-5 now is the score, 7-10. And yeah, here, let's get some Deron Williams. Deron Williams action. Let's do it. Let's see what he could bring to the Bobcats. First game in the NBA. Sinks the 3. That's what we want to see. Big Dog Robinson getting the screen pass into Nick Van Exel, who makes that tray. 11-8 now is the score. 6 minutes left. How about Big Dog Robinson with the miss? Rebound the Friends. And the Bobcats, Gerald Wallace with a nice layup there, making it 13-8. Check out a replay. He's coming along nicely. I was worried about him. He was very inefficient his first few seasons in this sim, but ever since he's become a Bobcat, he's really turned things around. And I think because the Bobcats were an expansion team, they had the patience to allow him to grow. As we see Deron Williams missing a 3. The Friends getting the rebound, making the basket. It's 93-89, by the way. 4 minutes left to go. Big Dog Robinson sinking the 3 for Philadelphia, making it a 7-point game. Van Exel, with 3.5 left to go, is going to pass it to Big Dog Robinson to Eddie Jones for 3. Philadelphia hot from beyond the arc. And that'll do it for this game. 107-95 is the final score. Big Dog Robinson with 22 points. Eddie Jones right there. It'd be nice to have Eddie Jones as a thumbnail, but it is kind of weird that he's, would it be weird to have him as a thumbnail for a 2006, I don't know, video? I don't know. Who cares? Celtics. Who cares? Celtics. Who are they playing? The Kings. That's right. Celtics, Kings, Chris Paul's debut. Raja Bell, Audrey Karolinko, Carmelo Anthony, Jamal Magloire. On the Kings, you got Tinsley, Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, Brian Grant, and Lamar Odom. On the Celtics, checking out Chris Paul, making a basket, falling to the floor. Gotta love to see that. Jamal Tinsley with a 3 there. 5-2, Chris Paul. The mid-ranger is pure, so he's coming out right out of the gate, looking pretty damn good with a couple of made shots already to start the game. How about 3 made shots for Chris Paul to start the game? So he's already their leading scorer. Going to be interesting to see how he and Carmelo work together. As we see a missed shot there for the Celtics. Ray Allen, the pump fake, making the shot there. 8-7. The Celtics made it to the last 2 finals. They're hoping that they can, get back there and win it this year. As we see Lamar Odom making a basket. I mean, both finals they took it to 7 games. You know what I mean? So they definitely have the talent to go all the way. It's about the execution and also not blowing a series lead like they did the last 2 seasons. We got a made shot there by Derek Fisher. 86-81 is now the score. Sacramento with the lead. Lamar Odom with the dunk. 3-point game. I think that's Chris Crawford with the ball. He's going to pass it to Magloire to Chris Paul for 3. Yes! 6-point game. Let's see if the Celtics can come back in this one. The Truth makes that 3. 89-86. 2:41 left to go. Got Raja Bell handling the ball. Passing it to Tyrone Hill. Now to Chris Paul. Guarded by Tinsley. shot blocked, I think. But Maglor is there to make the basket. 91-86 is the score. Paul Pierce can't make that three. But rebound Lamar Odom, and he makes that basket. 91-88 now is the score. 2 minutes left to go in the game. Chris Paul gets the screen. Misses the shot, but Maglor gets the putback. 5-point game. Can the Celtics close in on this team, this Kings team? Basket there by the Celtics. 93-90 is the score now. Chris Paul draws the foul. So he's definitely adding an element to this team that's quite interesting. And I think also Carmelo Anthony got fouled out. And that's why Tyrone Hill is out there and not Anthony. That isn't great. But Karolinko, he's out there. That's fun. Maglor drawing the foul, missing the shot. Does make a free throw. At least one. And here's another one. This one's over. 99-92 is the final score. 23 points for Chris Paul. Doesn't even. Where is Carmelo Anthony? What did he do in this game? He plays for the. Where is he? 2 for 13. Wow, and 6 fouls. Yikes! Not a great game for Carmelo Anthony. We're hoping that eventually these two can coexist. You would think that he would be able to coexist with Chris Paul, but I also think it's a mistake to have him be power forward. I think I immediately changed that. And I put it back to Karolinko being power forward, Carmelo Anthony being small forward, because I think that Anthony has a much tougher time scoring if he's playing at the forward position. So I think that ended up being the reason why he played so poorly. And so I'm pretty sure I corrected that mistake almost right away, because it's pretty obvious that's why that was happening. I mean, he's being guarded by Lamar Odom trying to make shots, and that's a tough situation. Wizards, Hornets, you got Jason Williams, Dwayne Wade, Caron Butler, Joe Smith, and Ilgauskas on the Hornets. On the Wizards, you got Yao Ming, Josh Smith, who else? Gilbert Arenas, Jerry Stackhouse, and Mike Miller. Here's Dwayne Wade making a long two for the Hornets to start things off. How about Caron Butler missing a shot? Ilgauskas with the putback dunk. Dwayne Wade to Joe Smith for the basket there. 6-0 early on. Yao Ming to Gilbert Arenas for the basket. 6-2. Now Joe Smith is going to drive to the hoop. 8-2 now is the score. Gilbert Arenas with another basket for the Wizards. Joe Smith can't get that shot to fall. Josh Smith with the rebound. Joe versus Josh Smith. How about Jerry Stackhouse making a basket in traffic for the Wizards? I think Stackhouse is really going to make the Wizards take it up a notch. I think they're going to be a much better team this season than they've been the last few seasons. Gilbert Arenas for 3, 9-8. You know, they got extra scoring from the wing. You got Mike Miller shooting. You got Yao Ming in the paint. You got Josh Smith, who can do a little bit of everything, and he's a great defender. So I really think this Wizards team can do a lot of damage in the East. You got a basket there for Dwayne Wade. 91-81. Gilbert Arenas to Jerry Stackhouse for 3. That is what you want to see when you get a guy like Jerry Stackhouse on your team. Josh Smith missing the shot there. Yao Ming with the putback. So it's 91-86. The Wizards definitely have plenty of time to get back into this. There's Yao Ming with a basket. 91-88. 4:45 left to go. And Joe Smith, guarded by Josh Smith, pass it to Dwayne Wade. Got a basket in that goes in. 93-88. How about a missed shot there? Yao Ming with the putback. Here it goes. 93-90 now. 2:20 left to go in the game. Gilbert Arenas, guarded by Jason Williams. White chocolate. Whatever. Pass to Mike Miller to Yao Ming to Arenas to Jerry Stackhouse, who makes that shot. I don't know what happened to me there. I blanked out or something. I don't know. Ilgauskas to Caron Butler. That shot's pure. 96-92. Gilbert Arenas fires back with a 3. All of a sudden, a 1-point game. 1:21 left to go. Dwayne Wade gets blocked. Mike Miller with the rebound. And we got a pass to Gilbert Arenas for 3. Yes, this Wizards team, I'm telling you. Think they got something special going on here. 106-96. Based off that one game, I really think they got something special. I know it's kind of a ridiculous thing to say. One game is just one game. It's a small sample size, so maybe I should calm down, right? Rockets, Grizzlies. So what do we got here? We got, of course, on the Rockets, you got Brevin Knight. You got Tracy McGrady, Tim Thomas, Elton Brand, Ben Wallace. Grizzlies, you got Gary Payton, Vince Carter, Jalen Rose, Thea Ratliff, and Keith Van Horn. So the Grizzlies mostly running it back for the Rockets, but they had really successful seasons last year. Of course, the Grizzlies went down in the second round. They're hoping to get back into the playoffs, make a deeper run than they have the last couple of seasons. And of course, it should be mentioned that Vince Carter is a free agent after this season. So there's a lot of pressure for the Grizzlies to do something special, because this might be his last year in Memphis. As we see a missed shot by Keith Van Horn. Rockets with the ball. 5-0. Trace McGrady making a shot there in transition. 7-0 now is the score. Gary Payton. He really fits well with this team. Gary Payton does. I like how it has looked with him and Vince Carter in the backcourt. Got a made shot there for the Grizzlies. 7-2. Tim Thomas now making a 3 for Houston. 8-point game early on in the first. Gary Payton to Keith Van Horn with the baseline jumper. No good. Trace McGrady with the rebound. Now here he is. Pulled up for the jumper. And this game's already, well, Grizzlies aren't making very many shots, and the Rockets are making a plenty. There's McGrady again. Yikes. 15-2. 15-2. McGrady again. No way. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Let's see if the Grizzlies make this respectable. Doesn't look like they're going to be able to do that. I mean, it's a 16-point game. 19-point game. Yeah, this game's over. 120-99. 28 for Keith Van Horn. 43 for Tracy McGrady. He took his team to the conference finals last year. He won the MVP of the league. And he's telling you right now that he's not slowing down. Not by a long shot. Utah Jazz. Golden State Warriors. On the Jazz, you got Terrell Brandon, Joe Johnson, Tayshaun Prince, Kenyon Martin, and Chris Kaman. And then on the Golden State Warriors, you got Jason Kidd, J.R. Smith, Anton Jamison, Antonio McDyess, and Juwan Howard. Jason Kidd and Juwan Howard have been on this team for a long time now. It's fun. You know, they've anchored this team for so long. J.R. Smith, meanwhile, is in his second year, making a 3 there. So they got some young blood. They got some old heads working together. So it's gonna be fun to see how they mesh. Meanwhile, Jazz, Kenyon Martin making a shot there. They're an upstart team. They're making the playoffs lately, and they're hoping to continue to build on their recent success. You got Joe Johnson missing a 3 there for Utah. Rebound Warriors. Layup is good by Anton Jamison. 7-5 so far. Terrell Brandon to Joe Johnson for the baseline jumper. And it's 7-7 early on. How about Joe Johnson again, this time missing. Antonio McDyess with the rebound. Jason Kidd to Anton Jamison with the layup. 9-7. Brandon missing the 3-point attempt. McDyess with the rebound. 5 minutes left to go in the first quarter, and we have J.R. Smith making the basket for Golden State as I reach for a water because my throat was getting dry. Check out the replay of J.R. Smith. That's some good water right there. Got a basket there by the Jazz. This video, by the way, is sponsored by water. H2O. That's all I gotta say about that. Okay. I lost track of what I'm doing. Okay, 13-9 now is the score. Got Hudson out there. Missing the shot. Ray for Austin. We're seeing some of the second unit now. For this game, maybe we shouldn't see that much of it. Brian Skinner making a basket for Utah. Let's skip ahead. How about that? Yeah, that's a good idea. It looks like the Warriors are going to take care of business, win this game. 112-80 is the final score. And 28 for Timmy Dice, 28-15. Denver Nuggets versus the San Antonio Spurs. The Nuggets, LeBron James, they're trying to... They made the playoffs last 2 years as an 8 seed. They're trying to build off that, become even better than that. They got Steve Francis, Jameson Brewer, LeBron James, Vin Baker, and Dale Davis? Yes. Spurs got Jose Calderon, Ben Gordon, Wally Zerbiak, Larry Johnson, and Scott Pollard. The Spurs are, you know, they're bad. Ben Gordon, though, is going to miss that shot. Scott Pollard with the rebound. I think I said Ben Gordon. Ben Gordon. Right out loud. Jose Calderon, meanwhile, can't make that shot. Scott Pollard gets to put back 4-0. Now 6-0. Steve Francis making a shot for Denver. And the Nuggets are on the board. LeBron James to Steve Francis for the 3. I think that's a nice duo. Steve Francis, we had a hard time having much success for him in this sim until he joined LeBron James. We got a basket here for Scott Pollard and the Spurs, 8-5. It's going to be tough to split those guys apart, Francis and LeBron, because there's really nowhere else to put Steve Francis. You know, he's kind of a tough player to build a team around. But it seems like a guy like LeBron James is like the best possible scenario for him. We see Jose Calderon making a 3 in the corner there. Steve Francis making a 3. It seems like he best works with a playmaking small forward is basically what I'm trying to say. And there just aren't that many at LeBron's level. You know, you got Grant Hill, I guess. You know, he's with Stephon Marbury. You know what I mean? So LeBron James making a 3. Yeah, that's the thing. Stephon Marbury and Grant Hill work well together. LeBron James, Steve Francis work well together. I don't know. It's just one of those things. But there aren't that many small forwards who could work well with ball dominant guards like that. So it's a tough thing when you're trying to build a team around guys like Marbury and Steve Francis. Anyway, Pistons, Celtics. We've already seen the Celtics. The Pistons, meanwhile, they won 64 games last year. Lost in the second round to the Atlanta Hawks. They're running it back. Baron Davis, Charles Sprewell, Brent Barry, Kevin Garnett, and Brad Miller. You know, I mean, they did win 64 games last year. You know, it's they can get back. They can be successful. You know, they lost in 7 games to the Hawks, so it'd be weird to just completely throw this team away. And also, I don't know, just didn't feel right to completely dismantle this team this season at least. Charles Sprewell maybe after this year they'll have to do something because Charles Sprewell's getting kind of old. But for now, this is the team. 6-0 is the score right now in the first quarter. And we got Paul Pierce driving against Brent Barry, making the basket. 8-0 now is the score. Charles Sprewell missing the 3-point attempt. Kevin Garnett also missing. Brad Miller to Kevin Garnett, making the basket for Detroit. 8-4. Lamar Odom with the basket too. 10-4. Jamal Tinsley to Ray Allen for 3. No. Brian Grant to Paul Pierce. The truth? Yes. 13-4. You know, I still feel like we haven't really seen Ray Allen go crazy. You know, I just really have a great game. You know, feels like he's definitely the second banana on this team with Paul Pierce and whatnot. Even Lamar, I feel like we see more Lamar Odom's highlights than Ray Allen. You know, he's kind of quiet in this sim, which is, I don't know. That's kind of the drawback of having him and Paul Pierce together since the beginning. You know, as we see a basket for Brian Grant. Might have been fun, more fun I can't talk. Might have been more fun to have Ray Allen have his own team for a few seasons first, but they drafted him, you know, and then they got Paul Pierce. I don't know, man. I don't know, guys. It is what it is. It can't all be perfect, you know. Just whatever. Celtics win this game, 94-87. I should probably stop ranting about random shit and just talk about the games. But it is a shame that Ray Allen isn't really hasn't really shown his star-making capabilities, you know. Magic and Heat get Stephon Marbury. Oh, we already know about the Magic. The Heat, though, Jason Terry, Morris Peterson, Corey Maggette, Chris Webber, and Sam Delapere. Let's check out Chris Webber on the Heat for the first time, and Jason Terry as well. Got a made 3 there for the Magic. I believe that was Steven Jackson. 3-2 early on. Jason Terry with the alley-oop to Corey Maggette. The Heat only won 27 games last year, looking for a big bounce-back season with Chris Webber and Jason Terry joining the team. Here is Maggette with a basket. 6-3, 8-3 now, actually. Steven Jackson missing the three-point attempt. PJ Brown with the putback. 8-7 now is the score. Stephon Marbury to Jackson to Grant Hill. Grant Hill's gonna make this turnaround jumper. 9-8. Marbury to Steven Jackson from downtown. He sinks that. Let's see if this game stays competitive. We do have a couple more teams to check out, so maybe it's best if we dip out of this. 128-96. We'll see both teams plenty of times. That's a little taste. We didn't really get to see Chris Webber do much, but I'm sure we will later in this season. Don't worry. Sixers, Mavericks. Mavericks are the team we haven't seen yet. They got Andre Miller, Andre Iguodala, Turkoglu, Antoine Walker, and Kurt Thomas. Their front court's different. We'll see how they mesh well with Turkoglu and then the backcourt. So Andre Miller driving, making the basket despite Marcus Camby's best attempt to swat the ball. Van Exel to David West. Makes that shot. Tie game at 2. Andre Miller for 3. That's good. Sinks that one. Turkoglu. Turkish Larry Bird. Passing it to Andre Miller. I should probably add... Did Iguodala start last year? We see a made shot there. Made three-pointer. I don't think he did start last year. I see Turkoglu missing a shot. Rebound, Sixers. So it's going to be fun to see more Iggy this season. Whenever we jump into Dallas games, we see a three-pointer there by Nick Van Exel. Van Exel again, making the 3. Tie game at 8. Turkoglu to Andre Iguodala. Fate of the universe. I want Iguodala. Oh, he didn't make the shot. Kurt Thomas with a putback dunk. I've always wanted to say that. The famous quote by Max Kellerman of ESPN First Take, who once said he'd rather take Andre Iguodala, not Steph Curry, not Kevin Durant, not Klay Thompson, Iguodala. Anyway, 120-93 is the final score there for the Sixers. Now we're moving on to Pacers versus Hawks. I feel like we didn't really talk about the Pacers last time. The Hawks are the first time we're seeing the Hawks. So yeah, we got David Wesley, Michael Redd on the Pacers, along with was it James Posey? Yeah, Emeka Okafor and Dikembe Mutombo. The Hawks have Chauncey Billups, Allen Iverson, Deshaun Stevenson, Tim Duncan, and Nazir Mohammed. Our first time seeing Mohammed and Deshaun Stevenson start for the Hawks. They see a basket there by Tim Duncan right here, guarded by Okafor. That is a tough matchup for Okafor. 2-0 early on. David Wesley to Redd to Okafor to... Was that a made shot? That was a made shot by accident. That was kind of wild. Allen Iverson making a jumper there for the Hawks. That's a thing that he does, and he does it well. Michael Redd at the wing. 6-2 is the score right now. 7.5 left to go. Mutombo making the shot there over Stevenson. 6-4. Allen Iverson guarded by Michael Redd. Scoots past his defender. Gets the floater. 8-4 early on. James Posey to Michael Redd for the three. You know, you see Michael Red make another three. Michael Red, that's what you want to see from Michael Red. That's what I want to see. I want to see those outside shots go in. I want to see him score, average 25 a game. Just go off playing for this Pacers team. As we see Tim Duncan making that shot. Chauncey Billups goes baseline, makes that basket. But what I want to say, you know, Duncan and Al Iverson, I like the duo because I feel like they both give us some nice highlights. And that's what we're missing from Ray Allen and Paul Pierce, right? We're not seeing an equal amount of highlights from both players. That's kind of why it's kind of a shame. And maybe it would have been nice to have Ray Allen be on his own team before he joined up with Paul Pierce. Anyway, Nets, Rockets. We know about the Rockets. Here's Amari Stoudemire of the Nets making an alley-oop. He plays with Steve Nash, Sean Marion, Vashawn Leonard, and Alonzo Mourning. Oh, that's right. Forgot about that. Stoudemire making a shot there. 110-107. Missed shot. Alonzo Mourning with the putback. 110-109. 1 point game. Chase McGrady holding on to the ball. Pass to Elton Brand. Makes that basket for the Rockets. It's 112-109. 25 seconds left to go. Steve Nash. The alley-oop. The layup to Sean Marion. That's what I call it when it's not really a dunk. Marion, the Matrix with the inbounds pass to Amari Stoudemire. Then Steve Nash gets the pass and ties the game with that three. 114-114. Are we going to get overtime? Is that going to happen today? Tracy McGrady to Ben Wallace. Wallace back to T-Mac. Can T-Mac do something clutch? No, he can't. Not in this game. And we are going to overtime in the Toyota Center. And let's do it. Let's do it. The beginning of overtime. Brevin Knight to Trace McGrady, who makes that layup for the Rockets. 3.5 left to go now in the overtime period. And we got Sean Marion to Amari Stoudemire, who makes that basket for the Nets. 116, 2:55 left to go. Pass to T-Mac, makes a dunk for Houston. Brevin Knight to Tim Thomas. To T-Mac for three. Yes! 121-116. This game is actually over. Final score would be 130-122. T-Mac with 51 points! My God! Alright, I think this is the final team that we haven't seen yet. Cavaliers. They got Reggie Miller still. They got... who's starting? Alvin Williams? TJ Ford? Can't remember. Who's their small forward? Carlos Delfino, I think. No, Josh Howard. That's right. Al Harrington and Chris Mihm. TJ Ford, point guard. Josh Howard, Al Harrington, and Chris Mihm. So that's the starting five for the Cavaliers. Check out TJ Ford with the three. Nice TJ Ford highlight. How about some more TJ Ford? This time passing to Reggie Miller for three. He sinks it. Reggie Miller is 39 years old, and he refuses to retire. Maybe he will after the season. By the way, I noticed this too right away, and I fixed this I think I fixed it after the game. Number 23 on the Cavaliers is Josh Howard. Number 23 on the Cavaliers. Is he out there still? Yes, he is. When I saw that, I was like, wait, what did I do wrong? I was like, wait, what did I do? Why is LeBron James on the... Nope, that's Josh Howard. I changed his number after this game. I did not realize that he was wearing number 23. My God. It's such an iconic look. For it not to be LeBron James is just so jarring. With the headband and everything. Reggie Miller tying the game, by the way. Good game so far. 91-85 is the score. 1:15 left to go. TJ Ford to Josh Howard. I mean, what if Josh Howard wore 23 and became a star, right? Got a three-pointer there for Cavaliers. I don't think that would ever happen. 98-89. Doesn't matter what the sim is. I don't think that would ever happen. 44 points for Reggie Miller. He's 39 years old. What is going on? Why is he still awesome? It's weird. But you know what? We got more weirdness. We got more fun stuff. We got a lot of fun games and teams to look at. Next episode, we'll check out more of the rookies. We'll check out some of the young teams, the new look teams, Penny Hardaway on the Bucks, etc., etc. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, and I will check you out later.